Pavel Sanders again, here to talk to you more on the rise in diseases and what's basically what I figure in is the cause of it. And it's not only my opinion, it's the opinion of most doctors, it's the opinion of most herbalists, it's the opinion of most nutritionists, and it all falls back to the same thing. And what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to give you where I'm getting some of my information from. I wanted to read some of it so you can understand and see what I'm getting at, to give you the information firsthand, directly from where the source it's coming from. Alright, I've been doing a lot of reading on this and I've been coming back to the same conclusions over and over again. Everything I'm reading is heading back in the same direction, and it don't seem like nobody else is getting this information, or nobody is really passing this information out there for people to even try. Because you know, when you said the saying is, the first thing to win in a battle is good intel, good information. That's the first key to winning a battle. And right now, in our country, around the world, we're fighting a battle against a rapid rise in diseases. Alright? So I'm reading off a site, whereas it's more of natural, it's a natural health school. And it's what I've been reading a lot into, looking more into, different avenues to try and figure out how best I can help this situation. Alright? Because I got into health and wellness business for a reason. I wanted to do something. I wanted to give back. I wanted to really make an effect. So there's a whole lot of network marketing businesses out there, but I chose health and wellness for a reason, because I knew at the same time I can help somebody. I can help the situation. I can put effort back and then make the situation a lot better. So one of the first things I want to try to do is try to get the information to everyone so they can get an understanding and really try to process it. And then maybe they can take a step into making it different and doing something a little different. So the topic tonight is the cause of disease. I'd say we could start off with, for example, which is one of the main ones in the Bahamas, is diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and obesity. And it's not only the Bahamas, I'd say worldwide. Most of the world, especially most of the Western world, this is what is plagued from. And it's basically from our eating habits that we get a lot of this coming into effect. So the topic is the cause of disease. And it says, have you ever wondered if many of the diseases raging through our society have a common cause? Many doctors, herbalists, and nutritionists believe that the explanation may come down to these simple words: a pH imbalance. And for those who don't know what a pH is, a pH is potential hydrogen. That's what pH means. And what it does is, it's a way that doctors determine how much acid is in the body. A pH is used to determine how much acid is in a water-based substance. And since our body is 70% water, doctors use this to really determine how much acid is inside of us, or is going through our bodies. Alright? So I'm going to read a little bit here on what's happening here. It says acid and alkaline imbalance. So it says over-acidity, which can become a dangerous condition that weakens all body systems, is very common today. It gives rise to an internal environment conducive to disease, as opposed to a pH-balanced environment, which allows normal body function necessary for the body to resist disease. A healthy body maintains adequate alkaline reserves to meet emergency demands. When excess acids must be neutralized, our alkaline reserves are depleted, leaving the body in a weakened condition. A pH-balanced diet, according to many experts, is a vital key to health maintenance. And I read in another part where it shows that what's happening is everything in the body is a chain effect. So in a part there where it says when excess acids must be neutralized, our alkaline reserves are depleted. What happens is when our alkaline reserves are depleted, the body now starts to search for alkaline in other areas of the body. And this is what causes deterioration of the bones, for example, because now alkaline is kind of pulled from one area to another. For example, the bones. So this is acidic bodies is what causes would we look at the chain reaction that leads to a lot of the different problems that occur in the body itself. Because as one area, as the body is depleted of the alkaline itself, it starts to take alkaline from another area, and it keeps doing that from down the line until I guess all our reserves are depleted. And then this is what causes our body now to come to a point whereas we're very vulnerable to diseases. And according to this, it says the concept of acid-alkaline imbalance as the cause of disease is not new. In 1933, listen now, a New York doctor named William Howard Hay published a groundbreaking book, A New Health Era. I'm reading this one, in which he maintains that all diseases is caused by autotoxification or self-poisoning due to acid accumulation in the body. Alright? So this isn't something that just came around. This is something that has been mentioned from way back, and it's just the way that we eat, the way that the foods is processed, the chemicals that they're injecting in the meats, the pesticides that they're spraying on the foods. Everything now is more of a rapid. Even the chicken that you eat now, they put I can't think of the word right now, but they give it hormones that it can mature faster, and everything is just instant. And what it's doing, it's just destroying us. It's just poisoning our body. That's why he called it autotoxication, which means self-poisoning. So we're poisoning ourselves, literally, by the way that we eat. Now, a lot of people will say there's no other way around this because it's all that is offered to us. Yes, there is. You know, it's just understanding and knowing and willing to take a step towards a healthier lifestyle. I mean, a lot of people don't want to let go to what they used to. And no one feels like it's going to happen to them until it comes into play. No one thinks that they can go to the doctor tomorrow and hear, okay, you're diabetic. No one thinks that they can go to the doctor tomorrow and hear that they have colon cancer. No one believes these things. All right? Everyone is walking around, basically, I would say in short term, I would feel that everyone is walking around in denial. All right? And they don't want to face the facts. Of course, you might say, oh, we have to die anyway. But that's a pessimist mind. An optimist mind is knowing that we can reach towards better and knowing that there is better to reach towards. So I would encourage everyone to look more at this situation. Alright, so I'm going to read another part of it. It says now, because it says here, that it says that this is the saying from William Howard Hay. It says, now we depart from health in just the proportion to which we have allowed our alkalines to be dissipated by introduction of acid-forming foods in too great amount. It may seem strange to say that all disease is the same thing, no matter what its mirrored modes of expression, but it is verily so. All right? So that's a piece of the saying from the book of William Howard Hay. And his book is again called A New Health Era. And that was written in 1933. So, like I told you, this goes way back. This was a problem starting from way back then. So you can imagine how much it has escalated up to now with the extras that has been added in. And it's not getting any better. So that's why the raise is constantly raising from year to year. Every time they come up with a new solution on how to bring the food out faster to us, all of the new stuff that is coming out, the faster foods and all these things, as you look at it, as everything starts to come more, now we have more raising disease. I always ask people, in the older days, there were a lot of people that only ate from the ground, and they only ate natural foods and only foods that they grew themselves. And those people didn't have such a high raise in the disease back then, and they lived longer. All right, and some of them had 15 and 16 kids. Nowadays, we have mothers barely can carry one child, because the body is we poison ourselves so much that it's just we're getting weaker and weaker and weaker in system. All right, so it says here, understanding pH. Like I told you before, pH is potential of hydrogen. The potential of hydrogen is a measure of the acidity or alkaline of a solution, which is water. I'd say water. It is measured on a scale of 0 to 14. The lower the pH, the more acidic the solution. The higher the pH, the more alkaline the solution. When a solution is neither acid nor alkaline, it has a pH of 7, which is neutral. So anything under 7 or anything over 7. So when you look under 7, it's more acidic. Anything over 7 is more alkaline. Okay? And I usually say 7.0 because it goes in points. It says water is the most abundant compound in the human body, comprising 70% of the body. The body has an acidic alkaline or acidic base ratio called the pH, which is a balance between positively charges ions, acid forming, and negatively charged ions, alkaline forming. The body continually strives to balance pH. When this balance is compromised, many problems can occur. Okay? So it's thousands of people out there walking around with acidic bodies, and their acid level is in an extreme point, but they're not aware of it. Okay, because it'll show you here again. I'll get through this because I don't want to make the video too long, but this is something that I really feel that I really want to get out there to you. All right, so it is important to understand that we are not talking about stomach acid or the pH of the stomach. We are talking about the pH of the body fluids and tissues, which is an entirely different matter. Test your body's acidity or alkalinity with pH strips. All right, so these strips, I'm planning on bringing a lot of them in. So what I was planning on doing is getting a hold on a lot of these strips for the consumer use, that I might have something to add to the whole operation. And what I want is people who are interested in hearing this word and really want to know if their bodies are at that extreme acid level, then you can give me a call. All right, I'm gonna be here to give you free consultation. I'll give you some of what I've learned and studied, and then at the same time I have other team members on board. I'm bringing in new team members, so at the same time I have one or two of them that are nurses, and I'm going to have them start to do the pH balance tests so that we can get everybody tested and see how acidic their bodies are. All right, so I got one more part I want you to hear, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, so it says here, most people who suffer from unbalanced pH are acidic. The condition forces the body to borrow minerals, including calcium, like I said before, from the bones, sodium, potassium, and magnesium from vital organs and bones to buffer. All right, so that's where we're going to get into the stomach fat. Stomach fat is one of the reasons why acidic bodies is one of the reasons why you develop that stomach fat. The stomach fat builds up layers of fat when you have an acidic body to protect vital organs in that area from the acid. So it uses the fat to do just this. What happens is that fat starts to build up, and then it solidifies there and it gets solid, so it does not go anywhere. and more acidic your body get, and the more you just eat different things and you do different stuff, it just keep building up layer after layer after layer, and it just solidifies there, and it's not gonna move. That's why a lot of times exercising in a way, it takes so long for it to come down, because it has to get back into liquid form in order to pass out. And I mentioned that the other day in one of my videos, because that's the reason why we put a body magic on you and give you a cleanse when you're trying to alleviate the stomach fat. Because what we wanted to do is squeeze that fat back into the thermal area of your digestive system. And while you're doing that, it liquefies. So giving you a detox while you're doing that, it helps you to pass it out as waste. So this is one of the reasons why we made that combo for you. And everything isn't about sales, it's about getting you healthy, all right? Yes, this is a living for me, but the whole thing is a living for me, to help people. I'm not just in this business to make the money. I'm in this business because I really do sincerely want to see people living more healthier lives. I really don't like to see, because right now I went to the hospital yesterday with a family member, and I was in there all day, and it could be a possibility that it was for the same thing, a cancer, closing up his closing up his excuse me, closing up the area that he has to swallow, that where the food comes down. All right, and and being in there and looking around, just in general, at all of the people that has cancer, that has diabetes, that's suffering. Basically, I have to give my grandmother insulin shots. All right, and it isn't easy to watch these things. It isn't easy to watch you go through certain things, and a lot of people don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of what they're told by doctors, and I'm not going to go into a debate of that the doctor is all wrong. I know I said and what I said, and I know what I mean when I say that. I do believe that a lot of them are in it for the money, and I'm not going to, label every tomato bad because of some bad tomatoes. I think there are really true, sincere doctors out there that really want to help, but they have to follow protocol. So I talked to one or two of them, and I'm starting to get a better understanding of what the protocol is. And this is what we got to step away from, people. We got to step away from the protocol and start to make sense of what we're doing, and start to look for the information ourselves that we're not being given, because for some reason this is a major topic and it's not being given to us. So I'm going to close out with this. It says, from vital organs and bones to buffer, neutralize the acid and safely remove it from the body. Because of this strain, the body can suffer severe and prolonged damage due to high acidity, a condition that may go undetected for years. All right? It says mild acidosis can cause such problems as cardiovascular damage, including the construction of blood vessels and the reduction of oxygen, which it was labeled to be one of the reasons for the development of cancer. Because if a cell is kept from oxygen more than say about 40%, then what I understand is that it becomes cancerous. So you gotta that's why it was that label that the two things that were the main cause of cancerous cells is lack of oxygen and acidic bodies. All right, and it also says it causes weight gain, obesity, and diabetes. All right, bladder and kidney conditions, including kidney stones, immune deficiency, acceleration of free radical damage, possibly contributing to cancerous mutations. All right, it says it causes hormone concerns, it causes premature aging, it causes osteoporosis, weak, brittle bones, hip fractures, and bone spurs. All right. It causes joint pain, aching muscles, and lactic acid buildup. It causes low energy and chronic fatigue, slow digestion and elimination, and yeast fungal overgrowth. All of these things are basically labeled, and all of those things are the same things that we're talking on. The information is there, and you can go on and read it for yourself. If you have any more questions about this or need any more of this information, you can go ahead and hit the link below. All the information is below. Feel free to contact me. Feel free to leave your comments, or you can call me at the number at the top at any time. I'm always open, like I always say. I want to hear more from everybody. If you have comments or if you have views on the matter, I want to hear them, because I'm open to learning. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm open to learning. I'm a sponge right now. I'm sucking up everything. So we can go in and hit the books and look at everything, and let's try to get this problem fixed. Okay? So I have all natural products, which is one of the safest ways to build that alkaline level. I also provide meal planning for you to help you with that alkaline level, to take you out of an acidic bodies. And I also told you that I will also be bringing in those pH balance strips that I can either sell you or get them to you, that you can also be able to go ahead and take your pH balance for yourself. Keep up on it to make sure that you're always in the right area, especially if it's really low. Then you want to keep up on it to make sure that you're eating the right foods. I'll also help you out with that food, with the food chart. I can make up a basic food chart. I can give you more information on this, because I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of studying on it. I have a lot of information built up. So if you need any help with it, just go ahead and give me a call. So again, I would tell you, it was always great coming here, and I hope that a lot of people get this, and I hope a lot of people really take heed to what I'm telling you here, and really start to look at the matter, because we don't want it to be you. We don't want you to be the next victim. All right? And I really hope that everybody is well, and everybody enjoys their holidays and have a great time. And that'll be all for tonight. So my name is Pavel Sanders. Go ahead and give me up a call, leave your comments, and thank you for listening.